I wanna be with you today on a tropical island. I wanna make you sway on the tropical island. I want to touch your face and have a coconut drink with you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a new song I'm working on.
Are we taking calls today?
We can take calls today. Is that? Do you want to go live?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Hold on. I got this ready to go. Hold on.
Well, wait until the first call, then we'll go.
And then we'll go?
How much do we have for Monday, too? Is it 12 minutes or 10 minutes?
I think it's less than that.
8 or 9. We did like 33.
We did 29.
29 Fairfield. Okay, so we'll do
Tradio.
13 minutes.
Tradio? Ready
12,
to go?
13 minutes.
Oh, damn it. My music. Oh, God. Everything's falling apart. I do have this. This might help. Ready?
Call the show. 1-844 Tom and Dan. 1-844 Tom and Dan. 1-844 Tom and Dan.
So you're with me now.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
I can't fuck it out.
What do you want to call in about? Call in to Tom and Dan.
You said Carl.
What?
You already messed it up. You said Carl in. Everybody Carl in.
No, I said call.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Call. Anyway.
Yes. This is the dumbest idea we've ever had. This is called Waste Your Time Thursdays.
No, it's worked for 2 Thursdays.
I don't think they like calling.
It's kind of like Bird Wednesday. It has about 3 weeks, maybe 4.
2 weeks. It only works for, it works. It sort of works the first week. Second week it works. Third week doesn't work. You know what does work though?
Call the show. 1-844 Tom and Dan. 1-844 Tom and Dan.
Yes, sir.
1-844 Tom and Dan. 1-844 Tom and Dan. Oh.
People didn't like that you were picking your teeth during the.
Yeah. Well, I got spinach in my teeth.
Let me see. No, you don't.
No, it feels like I do.
It's probably bread.
Right.
Whatever protein was on there. Fibrous. I can present something. I don't need calls. That's the beauty of me is I can present you.
We'll get a call.
I don't think we will. I even
reset
reset the phone lines.
Well, it's not even one yet. They're trained.
That's true.
at one.
They are so trained.
So before we get into calls, I'll tell you, there was a kid that driving around my neighborhood after Christmas. I was outside.
What's he got? One wheel?
I was taking down the Christmas lights and stuff. No, he's driving around his car. And then he said, he got out of his car. He's like, "Sir, do you need anything removed or taken to the dump?"
Oh, wow.
He's like, "I'm driving around to see," and I guess he figured
you got a service boy
after Christmas.
We don't have that around here. The kids are too rich.
Well,
they're lazy as hell around here.
Yeah. This is a Castleberry kid.
No, that's good. This guy will be something. This guy will end up owning some property or something. You ever seen those kids? They end up like 27 years old. He's like, "Yeah, I own my house."
Yeah,
like,
hustler.
What?
Yeah.
27? You own a house?
Oh, it's like the kids that they drive around their bicycle towing a push lawnmower.
Yeah, I've seen these kids.
It's like, goddamn. Like,
I've seen these kids. We don't have none of them in here. You know what we have in here? Tan broccolis with earrings. They're so weak.
You know what's disappointing though? That kid that was towing like the push lawnmower. You're like, goddamn, this kid's gonna be a CEO one day. And then fast forward 30 minutes.
He'll just be mad because birthday got canceled. Hey, comedy! He's mad as fuck right now.
He just never actually ends up.
This is the show.
That's an anomaly.
This is the shit we can't say, right? I'm just gonna say what I said.
Yeah.
Birthday's not canceled. Tom and Dan are doing birthday this year. I'm doing it. I'm doing it somewhere. Let's do it at let's do it here, dude, right at the studio. Birthday. They can't stop us.
Well,
no one can stop us. We're bringing it back.
We did say.
What about Moon Day Poon Day? That was one of my worst. That was one of my worst ideas.
It does feel like they've done it for so long. There's a level of
No one's gonna call.
brand value of Earth Day Birthday, where if you just put on a equivalent Earth Day Birthday, smaller, then
Okay, we got the call. Here we go.
Okay, yeah.
All right, hold on. Thank you for calling Dan's Earth Day Birthday hotline. Who's this?
Ryan.
Ryan, hold on 1 second. We're going to start the show because you have lit the fuse, my friend. Thank you for being caller
Yay.
1. Please hold. All right, you start before we lose this guy. We got a live one. Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
Call the show.
Say it to me now.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
All right.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
Say it again now.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
Again, fucking now.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
Let's take some calls.
All right, we've got a caller on line 1, Ryan. What say you, Ryan?
I've got 3 things. I've got a question, a confession, and a story. Which one do you want to hear first?
No.
Oh, I thought you wanted to guess one of those 6 things, but I got scared for a second. Okay,
Can we do that? That's a good idea.
We can do that. We can do that. I don't think
Do
that's
they still
copywritten.
do that?
That's not copywritten, and neither is Earth Day Birthday. I'm bringing that back
Do they
too.
still do it, or do they stop doing it? If
I
they
think
stop
they stopped
doing
doing
it,
it.
then we can take it, right?
I can send Russ an email and say, hey, do you still do 6 things? Because I am out of stuff.
Hey, I talked to the guy in 10 years. I'm like, hey, I text him. I'm like, hey, can we do the 6 things?
He probably go like, hey, can't do it.
Hey,
I don't care.
it's weird that you haven't texted me in 10 years, and there's one thing, and I'm like, hey,
Well,
I'm
I'm business only. I'm only business.
too lazy. Wait till you hear the other story of my life.
I got kids now, dude. I got
Anyway,
kids. Oh, sorry.
So let's hear the confession first.
Okay, this is the worst of the 3. In 2011, I messaged Tom on Facebook about fixing my credit. He gave me the number of someone named EJ or CJ, but I never called him. I just did it myself, and I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Oh, that thing worked. I remember when you were doing that. This is like, because to me, a lot of the listeners don't know this, but there are 2 Toms to me. There's the Old Testament Tom and the New Testament Tom. And the Old Testament Tom, man, you were smoking. You'd wear hats all the time. You're smoking in bed. You lived in a heroin alley. The termites are going to fly out of the wall, right? You know this guy.
25.
Yeah, but you were like, your credit is horrible.
Yeah,
You're disgusting. Your teeth are gross.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
about you is just a vile.
Oh, my teeth. How dare you?
Remember, you had a line on your teeth, and Bubba used to make fun of it all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
And then you went to my dentist, and he was like, I got it. And it was gone in like 5
You know,
seconds.
it's bad that that's all it took.
Yeah, it was a nothing. It wasn't even
I
a
lived
thing.
like that for so long. I was
Yeah.
embarrassed by it.
And Bubba, when you would make Bubba really mad, like, you know,
Yeah, oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
take his pain pills or something, he would really fight with you. Because he's emotional, right?
yeah.
Emotional people want to hurt you.
I was
And
like, God damn, old man,
Yeah.
you brought up my
and he would
poor
try to-
ass teeth.
He would try to hurt you. He'd
Yeah,
be like,
I
look
love-
at your goddamn rotten ass teeth. And I'd be like, oh.
It was just like a line that I don't even know how it got
looked like
there.
a crack. It was not a cracked tooth. It was fine. You
Yeah.
have great teeth.
I don't know why that line was there, but the dentist just shaved it off. He's like, that's it. And I was like, oh, it was 2 seconds? I'm like, this old man's been making fun of me for years.
Where was this? Okay, so
Oh,
then
yeah.
that was Old Testament Tom. But then somewhere along the line, he got good haircut. He's running all the time. He's fitness. He's eating
Yeah.
good. He got into his routines. He's all about grit and making his sons like
Yeah.
good human beings.
Yeah, Old
He's-
Testament Tom's away, fire and brimstone.
Yeah, Old Testament Tom is fun as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
New Testament Tom is,
Had certain views
New
against
Testament
certain.
Tom, I'll say it, little gay. Little gay.
So I told you how to fix your credit, and you just did it yourself. How'd you do it yourself? You just did the thing. You write the letters.
Yeah, you just write the letters, and they take care of it. It was easy. It took all of an afternoon.
Hold on.
I like the idea of getting out of.
I
like-
paid like $800-900 for that. I think it was like $1,400.
Yeah, but let's be honest. You've never written a letter.
That is true. How do you know what exact verbiage to use in the letters to do the shim sham?
Yeah, you got to know all the big words.
You can Google some templates.
All right,
that's on the Goo-Goo.
Well, I told you that before I was even knowledgeable about
This
Goo-Goo.
was Old Testament Tom. This is the end of Old Testament
Hey, I didn't
Tom.
even know what was on the internet. I thought it was like a bunch of.
You knew it was on the internet.
Well, I thought that was the only thing of value. So what was the other 2 things?
I got a question and a story.
All right, what's the question?
Yeah.
Do you think Vivid Entertainment will re-release Gulf of Mexico as Gulf of America?
They
That's
should.
an
Yeah.
excellent question. You
Uh,
can rebrand a lot of things now. I did see the new shirt that rolled out because one of the listeners. Okay, all of our listeners are such Weisenheimers that I am signed up for every I get libertarian, all Democratic, all conservative. I get every senator in the U.S. I'm signed up on their mailing list. I get everything. I get it all. And there is a commemorative shirt you can get now of an eagle wearing Trump hair, and it says, "Welcome to the Gulf of America." And I almost want to buy it. I kind of do, just because that collector's item part of me that was in my father, because we come from a long line of trash, thought that I should buy one and just tuck it away for when Maisie needs some extra money for her college education. Will not be a thing anymore.
I do like when people get ultra mad at it because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
People are like, "How, Uncle?"
Yeah.
Hey, it's a little funny, right? You gotta find the funny. Anyway, so what's the story, sir?
It's actually a dream I had. I had to save the story so he wouldn't hang up on me.
No,
Okay,
God.
I like that.
I hate
you
sir,
tricked him. You tricked
hold
him. I
on.
like that.
You know I hate dreams.
Yeah, but he also knows if he gets this far into the call that I'm going to let him go.
All right.
You have the floor, sir.
I had a dream. Dan and I were watching wrestling, and then I showed him the subreddit for girls with small boobs and big asses. And then Tom came home from his job repairing VCRs and started chain smoking. We all lived together.
That actually might be just what we're going to do in a couple years.
Yeah,
You never know.
And sir, that's called a pog.
AWG.
Yeah. Which
Yes.
I learned what that meant by from my buddy Dre.
I was going to say your
Yeah,
Spanish friends taught you that. Yeah.
When I've always saw it on the
Yeah.
videos,
I didn't want to call him out by name, and you know what? You did that on purpose as a little bit of a flex. I was not going to say that man's name.
Yeah. I didn't know. I saw
You
Pog.
knew you liked it, you just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. I didn't know what it stood for.
Yeah. It's
I
kind of
was
like me and sushi. It's like the flavors, I love them, but what is this called?
Yeah. So now me and my buddy Dre, we have this inside Pog joke that we.
You want to go play
We're
Pog?
we're like, there's a Pog over there.
Yeah.
Like, we like saying Pog a lot.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, stands for fat ass white girl.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey to you, sir. Thank you for participating in live calls.
All right.
This live call thing is going good, right? So far, so
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah,
Good content.
1-844-TOMNDAN. That is the number to call if you want. And we can answer your questions. We can assist you if you have relationship problems.
We can solve your credit issues.
We can solve your credit issues.
I-
Parenting, I always like to throw that one out there. Oh, we have another call.
Relationship advice.
Let's go to the phones. Thank you for calling Tom and Dan Live Call Thursdays. Who's this?
Oh, it's Chart and Randy.
Chardon Randy, one of my favorite people who does a lot of good. Good to talk to you, sir. What's on your mind?
Well, I've got a new scientific theory I want to propose here. You know the Dunning-Kruger effect, the Mandela effect. I think we need to really get on board with the Van Dennis effect.
Okay.
When you create so much content and the magnet starts pulling, because this stuff happens a lot for y'all, and I think it's real.
Okay, well
Well,
what would be the effect?
What's interesting is
and we talk about the same thing every couple
that's
years.
what I was going to say. As a small, tiny skeptic, I would just say that we're just not that interested.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to listen to your theory.
Have you ever talked to your old man uncle? He says the same as every Thanksgiving.
But it's funnier because it is racist.
And he forgets he's already told you the same story, and then he tells you again.
He'll change a few details.
We're doing the old uncle.
Well, hey, man, I'm just trying to get y'all in the book. So if you don't want it, I don't care. We can go back to, I don't know, can I introduce a song on the Hot 9 at 9?
You can, if you would like to. What are you listening to these days, Randy?
Snaps, Rhythm is a Dancer.
That's a great tune.
All right,
That is. I'll go with it. All right, so go ahead.
Oh. All right, the number 8 song of tonight's Hot 9 at 9 is Rhythm is a Dancer by Snap.
All right. Randy, how's work going?
Well, I am sitting here talking to y'all right now, but things are pretty good. Just trying to help people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Randy, for those that don't know, Randy helps get people to not be like Tom and I are, which is alcoholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does good work he helps people out that need,
So me and Daniel,
when it's got a grip on them.
we've,
Would you help me if I'm addicted to masturbation?
How do you know if you're
Different
addicted to
needs.
that?
Oh, you know.
Because Steve-O one time he's like, I was addicted to that.
Man, he's addicted to fame. He just likes saying he's got all the things wrong with him.
And then people
I'm beginning to hate that guy.
What is a sex addiction by the book? You thinking about it all the time? Because I mean that's all men, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit out of my lane, but I would imagine, there.
See, I'm a sex addict. Everything's in my lane. I want it all in my lane. Yeah, every lane is my lane.
Yeah, because that's like if you just crave looking at pornography all the time, is that like I thought everybody did that. I thought that was natural.
I thought really like, does it affect other parts of your life? You know, can you go to breakdancing with your son, or are you like locked into?
Well, he does. He looks at the pornography in the truck while his son is breakdancing. I mean, you're an idiot if you don't know that, Randy.
Hey, it's like fine, right?
Yeah, it's like me. When I get here, I answer one email, one pornography video. Then I answer another email.
You're a functional sex addict. It should be monitored, but you don't need to take action.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I am trying to cut back a little bit on the wanking.
Yeah, but
that's British.
Isn't that just natural? I imagine that we're all just animals, and you see how horny animals are. You go to the zoo.
Well, I like the way they do it because they'll just, they're just like they'll pull their pants down in the middle of a Walmart, And just like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, would it be considered natural being a sex addict? Because you're just like, that's what you want to do as an animal.
The most natural would be pulling your pants down in a Walmart, right? It's the shame that we throw on top of it and stopping that's truly unnatural.
There you go.
Randy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we pulled you into this, buddy. We got another call. Here, we got another. All right. If you're still there, thank you for calling Live Call Thursdays with Tom and Dan. Who's this?
Is this me?
Yeah.
Oh, the murderer's on the line. Murderer, yes, sir. It's you. You have the line.
Hey. Oh, okay. So maybe you can answer a couple. What show is this? What show is this?
Yeah, turn your radio down. But I love it. Turn your radio down, please. Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's on a radio.
What show?
You're listening to.
This will be broadcast.
This is the Midday Monsters of News Junkies.
You can't curse. You can't curse, sir.
Is this a corporate time?
Let me put you. Hold on. Let me put you on hold. The phone screener will be with you in one time, please. Hold on. All right, please hold. Thank you for calling. Yeah, we do have another one. Thank you for calling Live Call Thursdays with Tom and Dan. Who's this?
This is Ryan, and I have three things to talk about: a confession, a question, and a story.
Oh, okay. All right. Now we got our thing.
Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Is that the thing now? Is it called Three Things? It's Tom and Dan's Three Things. I have a feeling we're going to get a letter about that.
I want to hear your confession first.
Okay. This is the worst one. So I reached out to Tom in like 2011 to fix my credit. And he gave me some guy's named TJ, and I never did anything about it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Just play along because there's some free people out.
They're like, oh, it's the marijuana. What's the other whatever?
My question.
Yes.
Do you think that Vivid Entertainment will re-release Gulp of Mexico as Gulp of America?
Let's talk about, I am going to end your bit because even Tom and I got bored of it. But hold on, let's go back to our other callers.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, are you still on the line?
Yeah. Is this a corporate time?
Yeah, you're on a corporate time. You have the floor. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Great. I got a question for a corporate time. If maybe you can help me out. I have some questions about operational aspects and shareholder agreements and compliance requirements, and I'm considering forming a new business. What structure would you recommend, a C Corp, a S Corp, or LLC, that would be most beneficial for my situation based on anticipated growth or
what type of business?
Liabilities?
What type of business are you doing? What type of business is it?
All right, come on, man. That's the joke. I got nothing. Bye-bye.
I was going to help you out. See? I won that one.
So what I've learned...
You got to keep going. You got to be able to power through on that.
Is, and this is
I was going to
tax
give him
law,
an answer,
by the way.
too. I was going to try to give him an answer.
I
did just do our PCI compliance for all of our, internet commerce. So I did all of that. A 42-page self-quiz.
So... And some professional CPA may be able to disprove this in some way, but I was told that if you have an S Corp, you could pay yourself in shareholder distributions and the only regulation by the government is it's got to be a reasonable amount.
Right.
And there's no actual definition of what reasonable is.
Which is why we drain the coffins.
And then, so it allows you to pay yourself what you deem as reasonable. And I don't know how they deem it would be unreasonable, because I could say any amount is reasonable,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. And so
That's so not my world that you can do that to me, right? Like you can like literally anything. I'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah. And so look that up and then talk to a professional.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. I think we did pretty
Not
good.
bad. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I got three pretty good
I'm
callers.
digging I am digging Live Call Thursday. And we will be doing this every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, we're based in Orlando, obviously. Most of you are local.
Yeah.
So you could just set an alarm for like 12:50. We'll be on Twitch. We'll be on YouTube.
Yeah,
and if
yeah.
you want to call in, because it is part of live radio that seemed to have died a long time ago, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is fun talking to people live.
Yeah, just tell us what or if you do have a question or relationship advice or something going wrong, yeah, we'll help you out.
But it also does remind me that a lot of the callers, complete waste of time.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of dumb people out there.
Notice I think they want to do some jokes or like,
Well, they don't think it out.
It's like, I'm going to call.
Yeah.
And they're like, I hear myself.
And then they get that. I mean, do you remember what it felt like when it was ringing and you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you know?
Oh,
and then, like, I used to get like that even when
yeah.
I do a call into like Jim Phillips or something.
No, me too. Like,
I'd lose my mind.
I called into Jim Phillips a couple times in my career.
Because you wanted to be considered smart.
No. I was already on the morning show. I think, for years, for like 8 years. And then I remember calling
every once in a while he'd have like us idiots call in.
and then I remember I did my 1 minute of comedy on Jim Phillips one time or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember being so nervous and then it was weird because I'm on the station. Why the hell am I nervous? But I listened to Jim Phillips before, so I was like, oh, this is professional. What I'm doing is a clown
it was
show.
all fake. It was all a nothing. It's literally a blip in time. You know?
No.
I think about it now.
But I was
like,
waiting, and then I got to do a good job.
I think about it now, and I'm like, I'm as good as anybody. Better. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, but that's why it drove me crazy when people would forget that we'd schedule an interview with them, and they'd be like, oh, I didn't even remember. Like, you weren't thinking about it since the time you got you're like, hey, you're going to call Wednesday at 3. How you doing, sir? What's your name?
Whoop. Hello, is this Tommy's van?
Yeah, that was really good.
You did a really good whoop.
Yeah, we got one more.
Okay.
Have your say. Your last caller of the day.
Hey, it's T-shirt Rick here.
Hey! So Rick has been trying to get me and you a couple of T-shirts, and he printed them himself, and he sent them, I want to say, like a month ago, and the post office has been telling me they're not there and then telling him that they are there for like a month. And I go there and I look for them and they're not there. And then I get back here to the office and I write him an email. I'm like, they're not there, buddy. And he writes me an email back and he's like, I just got off the phone with Javier. He said they're there. So, so what's the latest, Rick?
So the latest is still. I got your email today, and it they're saying the same thing. They put a slip in your box, and they're supposedly there, but originally I guess they had fell behind a shelf. So they said. I mailed these out. I mailed these out December 27th. That's how long this has been going on.
We were working on this
just
event.
Just 2 shirts.
Yeah.
Hold on, they put the mail on shelves that they easily just
it just
fall.
it fell behind there.
Like
And it was crazy because nothing had happened. Everything was fine until I filed my claim, and I told them that the value was $95.
They found him then.
And then all of a sudden, well, here they are. So it was.
Imagine if your January 6th pardon fell behind those shelves. Oh my God, what are you doing?
How does that work?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by the amount of mail that isn't lost.
Yeah.
Based on the system.
No, there's way more lost. You don't think.
Oh,
about
okay.
it.
You just never.
Yeah, you just never think about it.
All
right, man.
Well, Rick, what shirts are they?
Well, and now they're not nowhere near as good. I thought they were cool. I thought they was cool as heck when I first did them, but they're just TND Media 159. Thank you, Kelly Miller.
Yeah. They're,
So,
they're,
you
uh,
know,
they're
What a
pretty-
strike with the iron's hot.
yeah, I like it. Yeah. And then on the sleeve it says Monica Lewinsky.
15
Yeah,
years
yeah.
and
ago.
now I
sir.
think there's something to it because ever since I did that, now y'all haven't got the shirts yet. So I think something else is involved here.
I
gotcha.
knew it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep, I knew it. Yeah. Collusion.
Anyway, thank you guys. So hopefully they're in there now, Dan.
All right, I'll go look today, my friend. You have my word, and I'll see you on email. All right.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, man. You too, man.
Well,
Okay.
that was a pretty good
Yeah.
call in Thursday.
That was us. We solved some problems. Yeah, got it all
Yeah.
done. All right, guys. We will see you next time.
Perfect. That's funny.
Yeah, it worked out good. It does.
That-
It does always work out pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always like, and it's always a fun, different, weird
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And you know what? It's because of you guys. So I appreciate you guys being cool and participating. Good job,
we'll
Ryan.
keep-
That was funny.
We'll keep doing that every Thursday
It's
at 1.
fun. It's fun. Yeah, if you got a bit you want to try, that would be the time to try it, and we will play along. Trust me. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Ross with his characters. Trust us. He wanted to do that. We're like, fuck it. We'll just go. What do you want to do?
Yeah, if you just want to call in and then we talk to you about what your life is like,
Doesn't matter.
there's always some sort of interesting conversation.
Where's that one go, buddy?
Monday 4. Which we may have gone too long. Now I think about it. Because
We're
we do
all
that
right.
30.
It's okay.
That's
It's
49.
close, but he can make it work. Ah. Fucking neck hurts.
So now just wait for Pat.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Twitch while we wait.
Pat is pretty pumped up about today, guys. I will say. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna play a game of. Pinball. You want me to leave the mics on while I play? Yeah. I'll just leave the mics on, and that way I can tell you my score. You can hear it. But yeah, I'll be right back. Here we go. Let's go play. Oh, we have a call. I'll take that instead. We have a call. Well, they hung up. All right. I was going to take your call, but you hung up. All right. Pinball time. Okay.
And that way we'll just do 1 and 4 on Monday. And so we can. Because we only needed like 12.
Yes. Kaiju battle. Which monster should I select? 81 million. That's pretty good. What's up, everybody? 81 million. That's not. It's okay. Not bad.
I mean, it seems pretty good. 81 million.
Not bad. My high score is 336 million. What are people talking about here? Anyone to meet up at Oviedo Pinball sometime? Yeah, I would love to meet up with you guys. But we are going to do our... Okay, let's talk about that while we have them captive. Is it... what date?
February 21st.
The 21st.
From 5 to 7. It's going to be after the Friday Free Show.
Yep.
Cupo J sent me an email, and
Yep.
I sent him the address. We're going to tell everybody to park at Publix instead of on Lake Baldwin Lane, just
Yep.
because it's easier to park Publix across the street.
Then you
just
walk
over.
Yeah, walk over.
And there's plenty of parking there.
Yeah, I'll have stuff. I'll get pizzas here. I'll also get some drinks here and have them
Yeah.
iced down in some coolers. But if you want to get your own, there is a Publix Liquors and a Publix store because
Bring BYOB.
yeah.
We'll have.
I'll have some for some people. I'll get some.
And we've got a bunch of beer. We got liquor, a ton of liquor if you want
Yeah.
to drink it. No one ever drinks it.
No,
We got a full fucking
except
bar.
a bottle of Pappy. You can't have that.
No. We're saving that.
I
for,
should just sneak that out of here because you'll forget about it. I'll sell it on eBay.
No. That's when we strike it rich, and then two
We
businessmen.
were waiting on it. We've been waiting
Well,
on
that's
it.
when you open the bottle. And
No. The only way to strike it rich is to find some sort of land that some people have now, steal their land that has resources on it, sell those resources, and kill the people. And that's been done. It's all been done. Name a place that has. There are people that have resources and land that we can steal their land and kill the people. It's not.
We need
not a thing anymore.
How do we get rich? Let's figure this out here.
We need an army of whores that will do OnlyFans, and we take a percentage of that because with this radio show, we can push people, to them. Like an audio version of Andrew Tate.
Yeah, but they need to know them.
That's a horrible thing to say. Why would I say that? I think we're getting a call.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Are we?
I text Cadillac Pat to make sure he's
I
coming.
hope he's
in.
not. I hope he blows us off again. No, they're not there. Let's call my mom. It's a joke. Should I bring Screwball peanut butter whiskey? I heard Tom wanted to try it. You haven't had that? That's good.
I don't think so.
Out of all the novelty dumb drinks, that one's good. And somebody brought a bottle somewhere one time and was like, hey, look at this. And I'm like, that's stupid. And then I tried it and I was like, oh, it's really good.
Never been into whiskey, like just drinking it straight up, which
Me
seems like a
neither.
real man thing to do. I'd like to be able to do it, but I was like, I want White Claw. I want what teen girls drink.
Teen girls don't drink White Claw.
They don't?
I don't drink.
Yeah, you're
White
right.
Claw is for gay old men. And I love it. I wish I drank whiskey, man. I don't drink no whiskey. I drink beer, though, which is a little more manly.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I've always been
Coors Light,
always been a Coors Light guy.
Yeah.
I love a Coors Light. You were a Bud Light guy when I met you.
Yeah, it was the only thing.
Oh my God, that's Old Testament Tom. Should we do an Old Testament Tom shirt or a comparison? This Old Testament Tom thing could catch on.
I'll drink,
Dude, an ice cold
regular
Bud Light is
beer.
good as fuck.
It's just
An ice cold Bud Light. I will argue with anybody about that. An ice cold Bud Light is just Sprite for people that work outside.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It just
One of the greatest beers I ever had with you. You and I shared this experience. We had, they were on dry ice. They were same day brewed straight Budweiser. Remember those beers?
Oh, yeah, Bud
Good. It
regulars,
was
yeah.
good as fuck.
Yeah.
The beer was less than an hour old. It had come straight over it, and it was on dry. It was like a gimmick. They're like, it came, it's on dried ice. So they gave us one. Fucking good as hell. Oh, so good. I like ice cold light beer. That is my alcohol. I love the flavor of it. Don't get me wrong. I love craft beer too. But craft beer fucks up my farts.
It is.
I had after the Science Center, because I went hard, a little harder than, haven't been drinking at all.
Yeah.
And at the Science Center, I was like, oh, and I was trying so much. It was delicious.
Yeah, we drank a lot.
And it was great because we were Ubering. We were not driving or anything. Oh, I think he brought in an animal. I see a cage of some sort. Oh, shit.
Oh, what are you?
Okay, good to see you, dude. And I had the farts, and Maisie was making fun of me. She's like, "This is why you can't drink craft beer." I was like, I was just farting it up all over the place.
All right, okay.
Come on in, buddy.
Pat's got a
Oh man, there's like a.
some.
Yeah, I'm not looking. Don't look. Don't
Yeah,
look.
okay,
Don't look.
alright,
Don't look, because
yeah.
we don't want to ruin it. Do we need that other camera
No, I mean,
on it?
it's not that.
Hold on, I can do it. I can do
You
it.
want
Tom
me
can
to
do.
tell
Hold
it?
on, let me put the. There it is. Oh, it's upside down again. Jesus fucking Christ. Don't worry about it. It's upside down.
Oh, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
That'll just add to the craziness.
Yeah.
When you restart this computer, the camera goes upside down.
That seems like a. Why did they?
This is one of the only reasons why we need a. This is one of the main reasons why we need that designated streaming machine. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, let me turn your mic on and everything.
I'm winded.
No, you're good. Take your time.
No, we're just walking in.
Yeah, well, you're carrying it looks super heavy. Take your time.
Yeah.
Do you need a water or something?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool. You look good.
Thank you.
You look a little. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. You look less sad than last time.
Yeah.
And that's good.
I'm definitely less.
I like
sad.
it when my friends are less sad.
He was in the mountains recently. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a man. They're probably
Yeah.
blowing each other. That'll make it, you know what? If I go
That's
to
what men do in the
yeah,
mountains.
if I went to the mountains with a man and we blew each other, I'd be happy as fuck too. I'd be happy.
yeah. The cold
You know what?
snow
I've
job.
never tried that, and something tells me that it's all business and no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's blowing me. I come in his mouth, and he's like, "You want to go fishing?" Like immediately afterwards. And I know that's a hacky kind of a joke, but I feel like that's what.
Still works. Joke still works.
Does a real man spit or swallow?
I swallow
it?
it.
Ooh,
Swallow it.
that's a good
Because
question.
swallowing is more of a real man.
Real
than a-
man.
Yeah,
you're
real man
right.
swallows
But
it.
also spitting is kind of a real man too. So it's a
Yeah, a little bit of
it's
both.
a
You swallow
paradox.
the first. You swallow
Yeah.
the first bit, but you don't go back to clean off the shaft or anything.
It's a more.
Oh, you just let it go.
You're
and
not,
that's-
I'm not a fucking porn star here. I'm your fishing buddy.
It's a
Yeah.
more tougher.
You know what I mean?
It's true. I mean, I understand both logic.
Yeah, it's a tougher thing to do.
Yeah.
Is swallowing.
Well,
it.
you spit, but you spit in a spittoon. You spit the cum in a
Oh,
spittoon.
with your
Yeah,
dip
yeah,
in?
yeah.
Can you have a dip in? Does it make it better for the guy receiving with a dip in?
you have the cleaning
It's like
lady-
it's like the old ice cube trick. You
Yeah,
know
the
what I mean?
cleaning lady put some Clorox in there at the end of the week.
Your menthol Copenhagen stings my peel. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. All right, let's do it.
Let's not do it. All right. Would you like to begin?
Yeah.
3, 2.
Welcome back to Corporate Time. We've got Cadillac Pat in studio. How you doing?
How we
Pat?
doing? How we doing? How we doing, guys?
Hey, he's here, everybody. Cadillac
So,
Pat.
Last time I was texting
If you walk
Pat,
into our chat room right now, let's see if this works. Hold on.
he's got a gigantic box next to him with a beach towel.
Look at
over
that.
it.
If you type guest in our chat room, it says boom, and it says we are joined by our mentally ill friend. Cadillac Pat. That's what it says.
Yes.
Hey, welcome.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Welcome,
All right,
buddy.
I love it.
Before we get to the mystery box,
Yeah.
shrouded with a beach towel,
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about your trip to the mountains.
Yeah,
Because
oh.
you were texting me, and you texted me some pictures of
Yeah.
you and some
I'm
dudes in
I-
the snow.
Yeah, me and my bros are in the snow bros.
Just being one dude. That was it.
Okay, just
Yeah.
you and one
I
dude
took a
in the
dude
mountains.
into the mountains, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So immediately when I saw that, I got a little sad for you. Like I'm sure Pat
Oh.
would want to share this trip with another woman, or like some sort of significant,
Why would you
some
jump
partner that he
Yeah.
goes on a romantic trip to the mountains.
yeah.
Instead, it's just a
guy.
I mean, it
a
is-
bro trip
yeah.
to the mountains.
It
like
is.
both of us, like in separate rooms,
Yeah.
whacking it.
Yeah. Were you in separate rooms? Same room?
No, separate rooms. Separate rooms.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
You
yeah.
shut the doors, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what happened.
Yeah.
Well, it's got, there's two beds in there. Why not stay in the same room, right?
yeah, so you can talk.
Uh,
Are you awake? Are you awake?
We did do that a couple times. We did do that.
You want to come in here and snuggle?
so where'd you go?
We went to my buddy Paul. I grew up with, my best friend from growing up. He owns a rental house in the mountains of North Carolina called Beach Mountain. It's like the closest ski mountain to Florida.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So he bought a house up there with his family, but he also uses it as an Airbnb. It's a huge. I think it sleeps like 15 people if you need to. Like it's got like 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms.
But it's funny because nobody ever does that. I've never seen a person go like it sleeps 15, and then like 15 people go and they have like this amazing,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
coming of age trip. No, it's usually like a family. Like it's me. It's like a family of 3.
that rents it.
And we rent it, and we just run around from room to
Yeah.
room, just messing up all the rooms.
See, I don't even go in. Like I don't even go in some of the rooms. But I've done it
No,
before.
You gotta
I
mess
didn't
them
go in
all
all
up.
the
You gotta
rooms.
go in the game room and jump around. You gotta go in the pool room and jump around. You gotta go in all the bedrooms and jump around.
So did your buddy hook you up for free, or do you have to pay him.
Yeah,
a
no,
little bit,
we go
pay him
there-
the cleaning fee. That's what I used to do with
Yeah.
the Airbnb.
No, he-
that was such a cheesy way to do it.
This is my third year in a row going with him. He needs like a little help, like fixing it up, like we go up there and paint a couple walls, throw some trash out, go to the Home Depot, fix a couple things up. Like we go for like a friend trip, but we're also doing a little work while we're there too. Barely,
yeah.
barely.
So your buddy's like me, like, hey, while you're there,
Yeah.
take this
Yeah.
just,
I've
dump.
done this
and-
before.
Yeah, we did
I've
that,
done this.
yeah.
I've ridden to Deltona 9 different times to try and get a goddamn hot tub.
Oh, with
And
a
you know
friend.
what my
I've
payment
heard of
was?
this
You know what my
friend.
payment was?
Pizza and
I
beer.
almost cursed right now. McDonald's.
I've heard the story. Maybe.
Right, just whatever. I was like, hey, you hungry?
And
or
in case
something?
you're wondering, that was Old Testament Tom, not New Testament Tom. New Testament Tom.
Old
New
Testament
Testament
Tom.
Tom hasn't touched McDonald's. All he eats is
I see that.
quinoa and spinach.
Wow.
So, did you go skiing up there?
No, we
Okay,
we
yeah.
were gonna go tubing. I want to try snowboarding because I'm good at skateboarding. But my buddy Paul, he's like, it's gonna take you a couple days to kind of acclimate to it. But
He's right.
we really didn't have enough time. We got there late Sunday. Monday we were kind of doing stuff and we got kind of behind. And
I
then
know what
Tuesday
that
same kind of
means,
thing.
yeah.
Same kind of thing.
Monday is the day in bed.
Pat,
And it was 0 degrees.
no
literally.
offense, but you're damn near 45.
Yeah.
Two 45-year-old dudes shouldn't go tubing together. That is for kids.
He had the tubing spot right by the house.
I feel like two special needs, 45-year-old men, should be allowed to enjoy a day of tubing.
We were acting like children and kids. I've
Yeah.
only seen snow like 4 times. It's like the
Oh my
craziest
God.
snow I've ever
At one
seen.
point, did you guys, you both bent over to pick up each other's mittens and your noses touched? And you had a Hallmark moment? Did that happen?
No.
You both bent over to pick each other's. You went to get her. He dropped his mittens, and you bent over, and you're like, your mittens, and then you looked at each other, you're like, oh my God, and you just grazed his cheek.
No,
right?
not this time.
You
Maybe
just
last
grazed
time.
his cheek a little bit, and you're like, you dropped your mittens.
Where we're at, it's bear country as well, so everything's bear related. Funny
That's fat
puns.
guys. That's fat gay guys.
It's true. But we were there last year, and we literally hit a bear with our vehicle. A bear ran out of the freaking woods and hit the bear jumped and just kind of grazed our rental car and ran off into the woods. I jump out of the passenger seat. I'm chasing this bear down. Literally happened last year.
Yeah.
What are you chasing it down for?
Dressed like
Just
Michael
to see.
Jordan.
Yeah.
You're chasing a bear dressed like Michael Jordan. You're wearing the 93 Michael Jordan, like the outfit he wore to the Grammys or
Yes.
something. You're running through the woods.
Yes.
The bear's telling his other friend bears, like, you wouldn't believe this white dude.
I'm wearing the 93 Jordans
like
now.
MJ. So chasing me.
Chased by a guy who thinks he's Michael Jordan.
I'm wearing 93 Jordans right now. Okay, these are the 93s.
Yeah, you got the 93s on.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
See, I've learned a little bit from you.
I
You should be
I
proud of me,
appreciate that.
man.
I appreciate that. You remember Uncle Bobby's name all the time, which makes me proud, actually.
Well, I mean, we care about you. We do,
I
like
do.
JJ. So, stuff
Yes.
like you talk about.
I really
like,
do
it
think
matters
that
to us.
means a lot to me, honestly.
We've known you like 20 years.
A
dude.
long time,
Yeah,
yeah.
long time.
So I'm curious, just two 45-year-old dudes kicking it at their friend's Airbnb.
Yeah,
It
at his
starts-
Airbnb, yeah.
It starts to snow really heavy.
Oh, my
You're like,
God.
oh, well, look at this. And then you both run outside
Yeah.
and then just start
Start
what?
giggling.
Playing in the
Yeah,
snow.
we did. We went around the block at like 10 o'clock at night when it was like a blizzard, like around his block. It's just go down a little hill and around, and just drunk walking around in the middle of the night with a flashlight.
I love you. I love you too.
So are you picking up the snow and you're like, and throwing it at his
I wanted to make a snowman, but I forgot. I just
Make
never
a
got
butt
to
plug.
it.
Make a butt plug.
I forget it. There's only so much you can do.
I know, but
There's
yeah.
snow angel,
Yeah.
snowman, that's it.
That's
Snowball
it.
fight.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
There's a tubing, that's for
Make him build an igloo.
But there's a tubing
Kids.
place right by his house. Like you could see it from his house. Like, and it's free. We didn't get to it.
Oh man.
You know, the horrible thing about tubing is once you go down
Yeah,
the
you
hill,
gotta go up.
Yeah.
you have to go walk all the way. You
Yeah.
ever walked up a tubing hill? I mean,
Yeah.
you are
You ever
winded.
walked up a water slide at a?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
we are so absolutely spoiled here in Orlando
For
that
sure.
we have conveyor belts for tubes. When you go to the Carolinas or Georgia, you could be like, I don't care if you're $4, you're carrying your tube up the stairs,
Yeah.
9 flights of stairs
Old
if
Wet
you
and
want to ride
Wild.
down. Yeah,
Wet and
It's
Wild was like
hard,
that.
man.
And then when you go down, you're like, all right, not that good.
Not that good.
Exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
happened.
Actually, you spent I had more fun standing in the line talking to people,
Yeah.
chirping it up with them.
Yeah.
I
He
went-
told me that the tubing too. He's like it's so cold, and he's like the big one. It's like you go down like 4 or 5 times. Like, bro, it's really cold. It's like it's fun, but we'd be super cold because it was 3 degrees and snowing and like windy. He was like, he's like
Yeah, it's
he's
really
like
cold.
he's like you would have fun, but man, it's cold. So we didn't wasn't that big of a deal.
So you stay there for a couple days. You see some snow.
Yeah.
You get drunk.
Did a little antiquing. Did some antiquing.
No, antiquing.
yeah.
A lot of antique stores up there.
Yeah.
Two
I've had better.
45-year-old men
Yeah.
staying together, going and see. All right.
Playing in the snow. Doing a little,
I mean,
ass slapping. The bro ass slapping.
Just, rhythmic.
It was fun, yeah. And then I came back Wednesday. It was like a Sunday through Wednesday thing, and the flight's like an hour and 20 minutes. It's like beyond easy.
All right. And then now back to work, back to your normal life.
Back to hiding treasures.
Yeah, no, but I told some guys about my treasures last night. We were talking about. They were asking me about treasure hunting. Like, if I was to go anywhere, I'm like, you picked the right guy to talk to about this.
Wait a minute, just two
random guys. We're talking about.
Guys are like, they're like, do you have the map? And the other guys,
I was telling them
we're treasure hunting. You just happen to wander in two Indiana Joneses. Are standing there and they're having a talk about treasure hunting, and then they're like, hey, barkeep.
Yes.
If you had any place in the world
They
to
said
go
that.
treasure
They
hunting,
said
where
that.
would you go?
Exactly.
And you put on your pith helmet, and you're like,
you
well,
came
you
to the
came
right
to the right
place.
place. I love this. This is like the beginning of a movie.
Oh my gosh! And I told him that I have treasures hidden right now, and it really didn't get him too excited. I was hoping
because
they
you
were
sound
gonna-
insane when you say it. That's what crazy people say when they go like, "Hey, barkeep, where would you go treasure hunting?" And you're like, "You're in luck. I got treasures hidden right here."
And you're pretty loose with the term treasure.
Yeah.
Which most people envision like when the Goonies found the ship and it's
I'm taking it back. Yeah.
it's jewels and chests
Rubies.
full of
There's some rubies.
pearls.
Yeah. Well, I do hide junk in my treasures sometimes as well. Like in mason jars, I have stuff like junk, but I think it's treasures hidden as well.
Yeah, that's what crazy
The
people
two
say.
that are on the road.
Yeah.
Well, I knew.
Hoarders say
Yeah,
this.
that's what I was referring to. It was the junk in the mason jar.
Yeah, you understand that insane people feel like this Fuji water bottle that I'm holding that's clearly trash. Like they think that this is the most precious thing on the planet.
Even you put a dollar bill in there.
It's still a dollar bill.
That's nothing to them.
yeah.
That's trash. That's trash to a crazy
And
person.
it's worth less every day that goes by.
Yeah.
So soon it will be just worth the paper it's printed on, and that's when the crypto skyrockets to the moon. That's what they say. Anyway,
Beautiful crypto.
so let's get to this mystery box.
All right.
It's pretty big now.
I mean, one of these days it is going to be a gun. We've made so many jokes. I mean,
I know it's hard for you to get out of your little nook.
No,
For
well,
me,
I'm in a
it's
wheelchair
straight
now.
shot.
A lot of people don't know that I
Yeah,
am confined to a wheelchair.
And
now.
with your hips, he'll gun you down
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. I'll beg for.
You've been running, so you
well,
might be able to make a run for the border.
Also,
and keep going.
knowing about his gay vacation story, I'll just beg allegiance to him. I'll say, I'll give you any favor you need. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, I'm in the chair.
I'll give you a snow job.
Yeah. What do you need?
job.
Yeah. What do you need? I'll become I'm your private dancer. Dancer for money.
So
All right, I brought a couple things in there, but there's only one main thing.
okay.
But the first
Now he's just bringing in like cartons of trash.
wow. First thing I did is I got you guys a gift card for always being nice to me.
my
As you're
God.
being mean to
as
me.
I was being mean to him.
God.
You know what? Give it to Tom. I don't deserve
This
it.
is for lunch for you guys.
Give it to Tom.
All
I don't
right,
deserve that. Give
So
it to Tom.
Pat, this I'll show everybody. on
terrible
this.
person.
It's a Publix gift card. Now, me and Daniel do have this ongoing joke we've had for damn near 25
I can't
years.
eat there anymore, man. I can't.
Oh, really? But
Yeah,
you can get
I
Diet
can't.
Mountain Dews there at least.
Yeah, I will. I'll drink them up.
So this is a little behind the scenes. We don't talk about that often because we don't want people to think how horrible we are.
Oh, I don't know what you're gonna say.
So me and
Is this
Daniel.
about cream pie from the cafe downstairs?
No. Okay, so this is not horrible because we mean no ill will by it. But me and Daniel will often find ourselves in some sort of room. Used to be the office of the radio station. Now it's this room. It's any room we're in.
Got it.
We find ourselves making fun. And by making fun, I mean we're saying the worst, horrible things about and to the people that are nicest to us.
That is true.
It's not the bad people. It's not about the bad people.
No.
It's about the people that have only done nice
It's not
things
about
for
them
us.
even.
Well, it's your love language.
It's a
Yeah.
reflection of ourselves.
Yeah, and we're just making horrible jokes about them, making fun of them, making fun of the nice things they
Yeah.
do, how good of people they are,
Yeah.
just saying horrible things. And the joke's been for 25 years, as we're saying saying these horrible, I mean, things that if they heard them, that would make them sad.
You invented this joke. This is a Tom joke.
And then for 25 years, we made the joke that we're saying all these things, then we turn around, and the person that we're talking about is holding a cake for us.
That says like best. I love Tom and Dan.
Yeah. It's like, thank you for having us on your show. Whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing it. Like, thank you for being my friend.
Thanks for being you. Thanks for being
It
you.
just happened right now.
Yeah, that's why he's pointing it out.
Yeah.
And you're making it worse by not realizing it.
And then
now I want to make fun of you more.
And then we see them holding the cake for us, and then we feel horrible because they heard us say these horrible things, and
that's
they've
the first
only
time
done
it's
good
ever really happened, right?
Yeah. Jimmy used to be involved in this too.
Yeah.
He goes hard.
Jimmy does go the hardest.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we
can see
learned it
that.
from him, actually.
Yeah, we did learn it
it's
from
his
him.
fault.
He tried to pull us into his
this web of
his
nightmares.
horrible alt-right ways.
Yeah. There used to be, I'm just going to, a character named General Burns.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe you even said that.
We can't
This
even
guy just
say
said
it.
that to pucker me. You see how serious? I
Yeah.
got serious.
I see
we
it
never
now.
talked. We can't even say it.
This guy's flying into the sun right now.
We can't even say who General Burns.
Golly.
Oh my gosh.
But Jimmy laughed the hardest at it, and that's
He
all
did.
I'll say.
And Jimmy said we're going to hell, and we don't even believe in God, and Jimmy does. Jimmy does believe in God.
So you did the cake to us.
Yeah,
You
just
did.
now.
I'm
we-
sorry. I apologize.
We made
Yeah,
all
it's
those
okay,
gay jokes,
you know.
a mountain cake, and then you gave
And I
us
bring you a present.
Oh yeah, a
I'm
present.
sorry.
Yeah, that's what it finally happened.
It did,
Now,
it did
yeah.
finally
So,
happen.
okay,
I have
well,
to give that back to him now.
yeah. How much money is it for? Let me see.
Yeah, take a
Let me
peek
look
at
at the
it.
receipt here.
Yeah, what's it for?
All right. $25. We spend more than that every single day.
Yeah, God.
That wouldn't even get me into one.
Jesus Christ! I was gonna use
Yeah,
it for
I
my.
get- I get a
was
vitamin
using it for
water.
my- I was gonna use it for my Lexapro at the pharmacy, man.
You know how
Won't
expensive.
even make a dent in it.
You know how expensive protein bars are nowadays?
Damn,
They're
one
like
sub is
$13.
$25. Do you even shop at Publix anymore? Apparently not, because you gave us $25.
Yeah, every day. I mean, it's at least 30
Yeah.
if it's $1. Sorry, keep going. Now, what else you got?
All
here?
right. So I brought these. I've had this my whole life. I've been traveling around. It's been in the closet for my whole life. I brought more
Nope.
trash for
We
you.
covered that in the
Okay.
first segment.
All right.
I got Coca-Cola bottles.
Oh,
That
God.
everybody-
I did say trash, didn't I?
Someone look at the patina on these.
Oh my God,
Okay.
my wife collects these.
I have these were going to be my retirement when I got older.
Okay, so this
The
is
Shaquille O'Neal Pepsi long neck.
Yeah. Oh, I have
These are-
2 6-packs of them.
Shack Attack Pack
Yes.
Pepsi glass bottles.
And they say collector's edition, which you automatically know they're worth nothing. That's like the thing. If it says collectors, that means it's like yeah. That's like
Have you looked at these?
I have
Hold
not.
them?
Sure. Just hold the bottom.
Have you
There you
looked
go.
these up?
I have not.
Oh, they're very
So-
dusty, like
Yeah.
American Pickers.
Got the patina on. I left it on there.
Yeah. I would leave.
Let's look them up. They can't be more than like $10.
I don't want to move it. The
So I noticed
Yeah.
one of
They're in
them
really good
has
shape.
less Pepsi in the others.
Yeah.
I don't know how that
Did it
happens.
just
but-
evaporate out of the small
Must.
pinhole?
Oh yeah.
I mean, what do you think you could still drink
wow.
one of them?
I mean, you probably technically could drink. I make that joke where, like, when the end of the race world happens, the end of the world happens. I've got cereal boxes with cereal, and I got soda to last us at least rations for a couple of weeks. But I mean, I've got
and then you're
original
like,
Marlins inaugural season. We're from South Florida. These are going to be worth so much money. They're
Damn. I mean,
worthless.
like again, you got to get somebody to buy this, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
people are listing it for around $300.
Really?
Yeah.
like a full
Again,
Shack Attack pack.
yeah.
But someone's got to buy it.
Yeah, somebody's got to buy it. You know, I mean, most of the
You
time
have to
they're
look at last sold.
most of the time they're just selling the holder for like $25. So,
But I got the bottles. I got 2 6-packs of them.
and then some of them range 40, 45. I mean, it's not worthless. I'll tell you that.
All right, that's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, some people and people. It's amazing that so many people collected these. They're no,
I have like
they're all over the place.
Super Bowl. Ooh, the Georgia Dome from Atlanta.
Oh,
I got a whole 6-pack of these.
Yeah. Well, the Coca-Cola, the main.
And these are
bottling
8-ounce
plant
little bottles
is
too.
there. Yeah, you get one commemorative when you go through the world of Coke.
And then you got the 93 inaugural Marlins. I'm a Marlins fan, but these are probably worth nothing because Marlins are no good. But
So when the Florida Marlins first started, they partnered with a Coca-Cola
Yeah.
and they came out with like a Florida Marlins 6-pack of Coke.
and a little bit of trivia, my dad won season tickets to the first year of the Florida Marlins by spelling Coca-Cola or spelling Marlins and the 20-ounce Coke bottle tops. We spelled it Marlins and the A was the hard one to get. So we had 2 for free inaugural season tickets in 93. We spelt the word Marlins. We won.
Oh, really?
Tom, you had all the tabs, but you didn't know how to spell it. So they just like,
Well, yeah, we had free tickets.
I or they?
I don't know. I got nothing.
So you and your dad were collecting the tops
Yeah.
and trying to find like the Monopoly or
Yep,
all the other
yep.
contests.
And we had all the letters. And the A we couldn't find. We got an A.
And did you and your dad go out and buy a ridiculous amount of different Coca-Cola products to try to find the A?
I don't think so. I think we just were buying 20-ounce bottles, and we just back in the day, soda wasn't as bad for you. You know, you don't realize how bad sodas were, kind of thing. And we just were buying a lot of soda, and I guess we just kind of got lucky. I don't know.
You got one of those thick boys in there. Hold that thick boy.
Did
up
you
again.
go to the
one?
game?
Yeah, look at that. That's what I used to drink. That is okay. Can I see that?
Yeah. Yeah, we went to, there's like 82 home games. We went to pretty much every one. And I have all the tickets and I should have brought that. I'll bring that next time. I have all the tickets in a binder, like every single one. Every single game ticket I have. Like, if the Marlins were any good, it'd be worth a lot more.
This was my favorite style
Oh,
of
yeah.
soda bottle ever made. When sodas first
Is there a
came
year
out-
on that thing, Daniel? There's got to be. Like, look at that black little print thing.
I've never seen a soda bottle like that.
Right there.
Okay,
Look
so
by your
when
thumb.
when I was a kid.
Right there by your thumb, above your thumb in black.
It looks like a medicine bottle.
16G31 18:27.
Yeah, we
whatever
don't
that
really
means.
know, yeah.
But this is how sodas were like. You'd go to the gas station, and you could either get a can of soda, or they had these, and they were like fat guys, and it would have a twist top. Now this has a pop open top, but it would have like a plastic twist top on it, and they were glass. And I loved them, man, like because you got a little more soda, and
Yeah.
it felt like cool.
Yeah, Gatorade's
Here,
had a
feel
glass
that.
bottle
It just
too.
feels cooler.
I've never seen a soda in a glass bottle shaped like this.
Yeah, it was
Like,
just cooler.
It's like a 2-liter miniature glass 2-liter.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
there's no neck. There's no they
I get
guess
root
they
beer
eventually
like that. I
made
get
the next
mellow
one.
I wonder if
yellow.
it was a regional thing, because honestly, I don't remember these either. I don't even know idea where I got that, because that wasn't a Florida thing or South Florida thing, at least. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe
In
it's
Florida,
regional.
we had a twist top. I know for a fact. It was
But I've never
plastic.
seen that bottle either.
No, that's interesting. But the shape of the regular bottle is pretty close. And then, and Grady Seasons is nailing the other part I liked. The glass bottle, what it would go around the side was styrofoam. It was a little piece of styrofoam, and it was fun to pick it off.
I know what you mean.
It was like
Yes,
Like
I know
the
exactly what you
label?
mean. Yeah,
The label
it
was
was like
thin.
super eighth of an inch thick
Yeah.
styrofoam.
like
I know exactly what it
thin-ass
means.
styrofoam, and you could pick it with your finger. It was very satisfying to pick.
That's weird. I've never knew they made them out of styrofoam.
It was
like,
the label. It was like
Yeah.
beyond thin. I can remember this now
Yeah,
too. I think
like a
2 liters
sheet.
were made of glass. I think two, and I think they had it.
2 liters are glass, or some of them were glass. No, some of them were plastic, but like the little glass bottles would have the little styrofoam around the outside. I remember the New York Seltzer. What was that seltzer company?
New York Seltzer there was a brand called New York Seltzer.
Yeah, they were the one, and I remember you'd see the pink ones, and then Coke, Sprite had it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the little styrofoam.
but it was satisfying as a human. It's hard to explain this, and hopefully I'll hear from somebody that like will also have this memory. But it was satisfying as a human to take your fingernail and pick at the styrofoam because it was wrapped tight around the glass, and it would pick through, and then you could peel the styrofoam off, and
yeah.
it would just like.
it was
and it was
almost like glue,
satisfying.
but not glued.
Yeah, it wasn't glued. It was just kind of stuck on there with like I don't know. Somebody email me and tell me what I'm remembering.
You know what's interesting is it feels like, because my dad had multiple beer cans that were unopened in his garage, like on display, like on the top of
Yeah,
the shelf
like
near
Belly
his race
Beer
photos or
or-
whatever. It was like he had an old Coors Light can and some other inaugural
I got some of those, too.
beer can. And then my stepdad had a couple unopened cans
Yeah.
of liquid
My
that
dad
he
did, too.
saved for
Yeah.
like collection purposes.
Yeah.
And it's
a
weird.
dad thing.
It's an old school thing that I feel like no one
Collects.
ever now would ever look at a can of anything and
Yeah.
think like, oh, this will be worth something
Yeah.
in like 20 years.
Yeah.
And it was an
Yeah.
old school mentality.
Yeah, Dad's collected beer. My dad had 2 beers. We had a Billy beer,
I got a bush like a
From-
bush light with the weird top that's like the pull top.
and we had the JR beer.
JR, yeah.
There was
yeah.
a Dallas.
Was it JR from Dallas?
Yeah, with JR. It was Dallas the
The show.
show,
Yeah, yeah.
the late night, I guess, soap opera, and it was It was a Ewing beer or a JR beer. Hold on, I'm going to look that up.
His name was J.R. Ewing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was JR beer.
So what made you keep these this long? Is it when you saw them, you're like, oh, this will be worth something one day?
Yeah, when I was a kid, everything was going to be worth something someday. Like anything sport related, anything Michael Jordan. But this is Michael
here
Jordan,
it is.
But
This is exactly what we had. I don't know if I can put. Yeah, there it is. It was J.R. Ewing's private stock. It was that's exactly what it looked like.
And then your dad kept it because he was like, "Oh, this is not limited
limited.
edition."
It probably says
Yeah,
limited
yeah.
edition on it.
Yeah, my dad.
That's what again. This Shaq thing says collector's edition. Like, and you think there's limited amount of them, and I'm sure they didn't mass produce it like crazy. But yeah, when I was a kid, me and my buddies, all we did was collect everything you could think of. Like, and some stuff just sticks around with me. You know, like this was in my mom and dad's house until like 5 years ago, and then I just took it and put it in a closet in my house, and it's just sitting there. And it was in their house for 25 years. Like my mom and dad's house, I'm an only child, so nothing gets messed with unless I mess with it.
No, really, they
Yeah.
keep everything like
Well,
you died.
My mom and dad. My dad's like, all your stupid toys, I threw them in the trash.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like my dad, he did like that's they
Do
love
they still
me,
live
but
in the same house?
Same house I grew up in. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow,
pretty cool.
That's unique.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
And
dude.
okay, their kitchen was from 1954. It's still right now 1954 kitchen. The bathrooms are from the 50s. Like the house is nothing.
Oh
we don't have
my
central
God,
air. They have
it's
a wall
in the
unit.
blood, dude. It's in the blood.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wild.
But they never were collectors or anything like that. But my mom and dad don't really care. Like my fridge in my house right now is from 1997. I got new everything else. Like everything else in my house is pretty new. But I don't see an old fridge. I just see a fridge. And my mom and dad, I think, are the same way. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel the need to upgrade all the time,
Yeah.
or like I don't know. They don't have that either at
I
all.
wish
Like,
I had my new fridge. Sucks. I wish I
yeah,
kept my old fridge.
That's why I want to keep my fridge. My fridge works great. Like
Yeah.
everybody tells me, new fridges
I want the
break
old
down.
school freezer on the top. It's big.
That's what my mom and dad have.
and it's refrigerator on the
You
bottom.
know, I
and
like the freezer on the top.
And
Yeah.
the door's big. I want two big doors. I don't want two little doors. I don't want ice coming out of it. I don't want water coming out of it. I want freezer, small big door on top, refrigerator, giant door on the bottom. That's it. Two handles. That's it. You plug it in. It's got cold and colder. That's it.
My mom and dad don't have a dishwasher. Their house doesn't have one, and they just got ice in that fridge probably like 12 years ago. My buddy Paul, the same guy I had the gay trip with in North Carolina just now.
Yeah.
He's a plumber. He ran a
I
water
bet he is.
line
Yeah. He
to
ran
there.
a water line in your anus.
Oh, so it always had the ability. It just
No.
never had the water
Well,
line.
no, the fridge had the ability, but the house was 1954. The house never came with that. It doesn't have a
Yeah.
dishwasher, so he
I
went
like
under
that.
the sink and retrofitted a
I like
little thin
that.
plastic
That's
line.
like putting a CD
and
player on your
He
bike.
like glued it to the corner of the house and then just put it.
It's pretty. It's not that hard.
No, not that hard.
That's why I'm like, they went there all these years without
Yeah.
putting like it had the ability to make ice, and then your parents are like, not yet.
No,
I'm a
the
purist.
faucets in the bathrooms are the original to the house, and they leak like crazy. Like it's completely original. They just don't care. Like, like the oven is 1954 oven in the kitchen. It
But
looks
does it work?
now cool. Yeah, it
Yeah,
works.
then it's fine. Because
Yep.
I had a really old oven in my first house. It was a double oven. And Andrea still wishes we had that because we had a little oven on the
little
top.
baby one,
The
yeah.
little baby oven, you can do like a pizza for kids. It's the best oven in the world.
I've got the double oven.
It's the
yeah.
greatest thing in the world, dude.
Is it
Double-
original, the old school oven, or is it
No,
old?
it's new.
No,
double
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
oven.
the good
yeah.
one. But like
Yeah.
double oven rules.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because you got the house redone completely a few years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah. I don't. All the
Yeah.
old stuff is garbage.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, technology is good. But there are some things like old school washing machines and dishwashers before all the goddamn regulations
Yeah,
about water.
exactly,
like,
exactly.
saving water or whatever. Like old school dishwasher will use like 25 gallons of water. It's just waste, and then it'll take the last 15 minutes is just the water dumping out, and then but now it's all about like using less water and
Not me.
like tiny little bits of squirts.
I have a very small dog. He's tiny. Like he's like what? A foot long and less than a foot tall.
Yeah, yeah.
And when Maisie and I give him a bath, I have her fill the water up past his head because it's just easier.
It's easier that way, 'cause then
All
you
the
can't go
way
anywhere.
up,
Yeah.
all the way up.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
all
yeah.
he has to do is swim a couple circles. We
He's
soak
good.
him up good.
He's
He's
good.
good to go. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hey, the right tools. You got to have the right tools. And for this, a lot of water.
yeah. I
is
like
the
waste.
tool.
Like I'll
No,
heat,
it's not waste.
I'll heat my. I would like. I mean, you could fit. It would be crowded, but you could fit like 8 adults in my hot tub.
Oh yeah, it's sizable.
I'll heat the whole damn thing sitting there by myself.
Hell yeah.
It's 100
Yeah,
degrees.
don't let anybody else in.
Yeah. I'm sitting there with my arms stretched out.
You're like
I'm
Scarface.
I was like, what a waste this was.
Oh, man, too hot. It's too hot. I think I'll get out.
I only had 5 minutes. I'm like, oh God, too hot.
Put some ice cubes in
And then
there.
I see it just steaming. It's just, wait, no one's sitting
Yeah,
there.
it's hard to. I don't like watching TV unless it's steamed up.
So where do you keep this, Pat, in your house?
This
That's
is just in my closet, my spare room. I have a 3-bedroom house, and it's just me and my buddy Frank. But I keep it in the closet with all my baseball cards and
Yeah.
endless supplies.
What does Frank think of the constant sea of knickknacks?
Well, the dude bros that they think it's cool. They're like, oh, cool.
Oh man, old Pepsi. Yes.
it's the girlfriends and wives.
Yeah,
They get garbage
yeah,
out of here.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
what the hell are you keeping this
Yeah,
for?
Frank says, I'd never sell that stuff.
Yeah.
He makes fun of it for me too. He makes
Does
fun of
he?
me for it. Yeah, but he does like it though. Like we go I go antiquing and he likes tagging along sometimes. Not all the time, but
Yeah.
I buy stuff just for him to make fun of me. But he does like a lot of it. Though.
What are some of your newest acquisitions?
Though I just got a thing in North Carolina. I got a giant Pepsi can cooler, but it's like this. It's
a cooler that
looks like a can, a Pepsi can, and but it's literally this as big as I'm showing you. And I checked it in my checked luggage. I checked it with my luggage, and the guy checking my bag, he didn't want to even give me any time of day about it because people that work at the airport, they hate their lives. You know, he goes, check.
Also, you're having way too much fun. You're the guy on the airplane that's pretending to drink out of novelty giant.
Yes.
You did that, didn't you?
No.
Yes, you did.
If I had had a couple drinks in line, I would have. But I
didn't look at any cute girl and hold your big Pepsi and be like, "I'm very thirsty. Hope I don't have to pee on the flight."
I did when I bought it. I did when I bought it.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Now you got to understand, a lot of the reason they hate their lives is because of the customers.
Yeah. But I didn't say a word to him. But he didn't even look twice. He looked right dead eye in the face of me and just like, you checking 2 bags? I'm like, yep. He takes
He's
it.
probably hoping there's a bomb in that Pepsi
Now, Pat, I can imagine that through a lifetime of your collecting, that your house has to be pretty full.
No, it's not. It's not really. But I buy a lot of small stuff. I like smalls because it's easier because it doesn't take up a lot of room.
Do you have you don't have any pathways that are like lined with a
No, his house. I've seen his house online and stuff, and it's
normal.
not.
Yeah,
because I'm
online.
waiting for like the one picture, and I'm like, oh,
But
sad.
they always clean one. They always clean one room.
No, my
They
house
always clean one
You would
room.
not. My house is very normally like it. I don't think it's over. There's nothing. My garage is completely empty. All my rooms look like normal bedrooms.
How
like,
is that possible? My garage is
I know.
filled.
My garage is empty.
Now what?
Because I was gonna say you've been looking for a place
You
for
could-
Max to practice his breakdance.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I mean, the garage is the best place. You put a couple box fans in there; it's nice and cool. He can do it when it's
Gotta get
not
rid of some
raining.
stuff.
But you're
God.
gonna have to get rid of some stuff.
I just cleaned it out after Christmas. It's full again.
You cleaned your garage more than you've cleaned your garage more than I've been alive years.
So
Like,
how do you get rid of any of this stuff? ever?
Yeah. Stuff kind of. I like giving stuff away. I don't really ever. I don't sell
well,
any of my
it's
stuff.
trash. So
Yes. Sometimes it gets thrown away.
yeah. Okay,
All right.
I just want to clarify.
Now, before we run out of time, the listener that now has a grudge with you
Yeah, I
about
know.
your
I
Michael
heard.
Jordan card.
I'm glad that you
I
remembered
heard.
this, Tom. Thank you.
He challenged you, said your card wasn't worth anything.
Yeah.
And then you got it appraised,
Graded, yes.
graded, and then we found, and then if you listened to the show, you heard that we were speculating based on the grade that it could be worth $8,000 at the very
Here, just
least.
a-
We were
here,
saying
here's a little more.
Hey guys, this is Cadillac Pat's hater of the Michael Jordan card. I just want to call back and say I'm going to hold strong and say I still think that it's not real. You can send anything into PSA to get it graded. In fact, there are a lot of reprint Michael Jordans that have been graded as an 8 and are a couple $100 maybe, whatever. But it's going to say it's going to say what it's listed. It's going to say the title of it's going to have everything on there. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And I'm going to say if you don't get $5 to $6K for that, or at least an offer for that, then I will go out and if you get that money, I will go out and I will buy a Michael Jordan reprint and I will eat it. And I will film myself eating it as a public apology to Pat. But until then, I'm going to hold strong.
Wow.
All right.
Ruining
so,
dreams.
I mean,
Dreams. Yeah, and he did say he would film himself. It does sort of sound like I will kill myself eating it, which really
Oh,
ups the
yeah,
ante.
yeah.
He will not be doing that. We urge people to not
yeah.
kill themselves.
Now, I
Please do not do that.
really want to see this guy eat a car.
Me too, me too. Especially a
So
card
then I
that
got to sell
actually-
my card.
Yeah.
Especially as a card that he sold or he had to purchase it for a couple $100, because that makes it even better.
Now, he did say if you get an offer for it, a legitimate offer.
I could easily. I mean, I could.
Is there a possibility of you putting it out there for sale, getting an offer? What is the...
If we mention it on the show, he's going to get an offer because somebody's going to want to see the guy.
I
eat
mean,
the card.
if I
So-
lowball, he said like $6,000. If I put it on eBay right now for $5,000, it'll be sold in a day.
Okay,
A Jordan rookie card graded 8 will be sold in an hour.
Well, he's saying that the whatever
Yeah,
the
he's
company just grades willy-nilly
no,
or
that's.
whatever.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would trust this guy
This guy
thinks
has
he's real,
no,
but
he has no belief in the world.
no, he has no belief. Okay, if PSA or Beckett had, they would not have the credibility they do to put grades on cards if they were grading fake cards. No one would trust them.
Norm wants you to post it on the BDM page, so the BDMs can figure it out.
yeah,
Absolutely.
The internet detectives,
Yeah.
they'll
They'll
look at
analyze
it.
heavy, yeah.
Yeah, they'll zoom in. They'll be like, "Oh, look
Well,
at
it's
this
graded.
serial
It's got the Beckett. It's graded in a thing. Like it's in a slab is what they call it.
number." Okay, well,
I
post
will.
the slab on the BDM page,
All right.
and then so that everybody can nitpick it.
I know. I don't want this because I don't care. I have it. I have it
well,
graded.
That sounds like a man that's lying to me.
No, I mean it.
This
It's
is
just
what Tom does.
You have to care because it's a difference between
Yeah.
you having something's worth.
well, I know I have it. I mean,
$6,000
I know
or nothing.
I know it's worth it. I mean, it's worth a lot
But
of
you
money.
do realize that if it's not, that the only people that win here are me and Tom.
Yeah, but if
You
this
realize
guy,
that.
Yeah,
I
but I
want to see
know
this
it's- I
guy
know
eat
it
the
is.
card and be
Yeah.
like, I
That's
was
true.
wrong.
That's true.
But what's even better is he would have to buy the card for a couple $100. See, just eating paper, that's a meaningless.
He's got to
to
buy.
me.
You're saying he offered to buy a
He
fake
said
card.
that.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
said,
yeah.
"I will
No, yeah,
buy
yeah.
a card
A
for a
fake
couple
one.
$100 and eat the card." That's what
Yeah.
I like. Is that this dude is straight pissing money down the. I
Yeah.
like that.
And then could you just put the card up on eBay and then get a legitimate
offer and then
then
decline it.
yeah, and then decline it and then just take that proof? Or is that kind of like
It could be collusion. Like I could have you make the. Like I could put it up there and you could make the offer.
Well, me and Daniel thought about that already. We would just buy the card from you for $5,000, so this guy eats it, then
And then
you
just-
you give us the card back.
Ooh, I like that too.
Or we wait till Michael Jordan dies.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's-
We
then-
already researched that.
And then it skyrockets.
It's gonna
to
go through the
10
roof.
We already researched that.
Yeah,
and my
yeah.
Dwayne Rock Johnson card, if he ever runs for office, oh my God, that's gonna be worth a quadrillion.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan, I looked it up, and people say he's in good health, and his yellow eyes are just something that old African American men get sometimes. It's
Okay.
called something, whatever. But I saw some other reports from friends that say he doesn't eat and he drinks a lot. Right? So I was like, yeah, I mean, if you do, he's in 60 years old, right?
Yeah, 62.
So you're not going to live that long if you're gambling.
61. His birthday's coming up.
You're living the life. You'd think someone that rich would be like doing the biohacking with some scientist, but I don't think he's
that
doing
just
that.
makes you look too creepy.
I think he's smoking his cigars. Eyes are yellow. He's drinking, gambling.
His birthday's right in a year. So you're a February guy, right?
You don't hear
Yeah,
much
yeah.
about him.
You're
You
the
don't-
19th.
15th.
Oh,
It's like in a
look at
couple
that.
weeks.
Yeah,
turning 43.
I'm the 9th, February 9th.
Okay. How old are you turning?
Turning 45.
Oh yeah.
Whoa,
Wow, I did guess it
45.
right.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Wow, you did.
Yeah. I forgot that time goes by and you get older.
Yeah.
I remember you as being
forgot how this
42.
works.
You just keep getting older. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I mean, this was acceptable back in the day, but now, oh my God.
So let's go back to your past relationships.
Oh,
Pat.
yeah.
So was there a time that you had a partner and they look at? Hold on. What's that other thing you got there?
Oh,
He's got a gun. I told you what's happening.
I
is
brought
that?
just a bunch of packs of unopened cards that I go around and get over the years, like a bunch of like novelty Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, RoboCop 2.
Yeah, but they're unopened, which
Yeah, I
means
know.
you're buying. But so you're buying things that were meant to
Hustler.
be opened that are.
Well, you
that
got
are-
a pack of Hustler cards.
Yeah, Hustler.
oh, those are good
Oh,
ones.
what do they say what does it say on the front of it? Throw it to Daniel. What does that say?
These are the worst things you can give me because I'm so perverted. Look for randomly inserted specialty cards and autographs from your favorite Hustler honeys. Hustler collector cards.
You want to open it? Let's open it.
Tom wants to open it.
hold
If there are
on.
naked chicks in there, let's open it.
Oh, there's naked chicks in here.
Yeah, no, hold
100%.
on. It could be worth. Look it up before we open it. Unopened. Well, like, what if we?
Do you
Oh, my
honestly
gosh.
think that a hustler card? Oh, this was the. You know what? Forget the Jordan. It's the hustler.
Larry Fine, yeah.
Oh, there might be.
Well, the
there
old-
might be a sign to beaver hunt in there.
They
Tom.
made a movie about the old wheelchair creepo.
That's
You know,
me, Tom. I'm right here.
Larry Flint, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
right?
right. He was the hustler
Yeah.
guy.
You don't want to open it?
Well,
You
no,
can
no,
open it.
no, no.
You
Look
can
up
open it.
unopened hustler card value just to make sure, because I don't want to ruin.
Series 2.
I didn't even know they made playing cards.
Neither did I. Neither did I.
Did they make Playboy card? I'm sure they did.
I'm
right?
sure. I just haven't come across any because I come across cool, weird packs and I buy them all the time.
Now,
You can get them on eBay right now. You can get 1993 8 packs of them for $55.
okay, well, $55.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like a $6-8 pack of cards.
They're going for about right about $10 a pack if you buy one.
Like, if you liquidated every valuable, and I use that term loosely.
Yeah.
And they are completely naked. You cannot show these cards completely naked.
Like, let's just say that someone, a
Oh, there's
professional.
weenies in some of these cards.
There's weenies?
Yeah, it's
All
live
right.
act. It's a live action card.
Oh, okay. So then, okay.
If we liquidated all my assets,
Yeah, and a professional came in and got the top value for each pack of cards. Like, Hustler.
I
they
got
sell-
boxes of unopened stuff too.
Yeah, all the soda, all the
Yeah.
garbage, the ping pong, everything. Everything. What do you think we're talking here?
I mean, are you including
50, 80K?
No, if you're including my Jordan card, my The Rock card, my pinball machine, my Miss Pac-Man machine, my 1955 working Philco refrigerator, my claw machine, I mean, those are the big ones.
Okay, yeah.
And my Cadillac, I guess. I mean, maybe I don't even know. Not. I mean, all this stuff
Feel
is
like I'm
not
at
worth
the
a lot.
amazing
That's nickel and
Jonathan's
diamond.
estate sale.
Oh, I
It's
love
like, if I
you.
added my this and
I
that,
love him. I saw him live years ago.
Yeah, I added my
We knew.
Pac-Man machine. I added my Charlie McCarthy, my life-size Godzilla, my beanbag chair.
You know, out of all this garbage, me and Crystal, the one thing that we both agreed that we wanted for our house at one time is the tabletop Pac-Man.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we both had memories of playing
Sitting
it.
in bars while your
Yeah.
parents drink.
I
Steak
did
and
for
ale,
sure.
and like she used to play it a lot.
Yeah.
Steak and ale, and then I was like, I remember going to Steak and Ale near my grandma's house in Miami, and then I'd play that, and then she'd get me a
Mine was at Bennigan's. I'd
Shirley
play it.
Temple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, at Bennigan's. I would get the
Well,
same thing.
you were just doing a fancier version of me at Down the Hatch.
Yeah.
Because they had
Yeah.
the popcorn machine, and then they had a tabletop, but they had Donkey Kong. They had tabletop Donkey
Okay,
Kong.
yeah.
You can get a
in the other
new
bar.
one, a new old one for relatively inexpensive. There's a place right by my house that sells them. I'll get you a price on one.
Okay, because I was thinking about getting one for the studio.
You can get one
Oh, I
cheap.
love it.
Yeah,
You can get one on, I bet you on
But you
Facebook
want to get the
Marketplace.
real one. You won't get the AN1s. Those
No,
are
no,
too
no, no.
small. You want to get the real
No,
ones
yeah.
with the glass.
And I
Can
want
have the tempered glass
Yeah.
on the top.
and I want the vintage.
I mean,
want,
those you pay more money for, but then also they're just like this more. You got to get it fixed.
Pizza Hut had one.
Like my Ninja Turtle thing's been fully restored. If you get an original one, the thing breaks down.
Well, I mean, I'll get a restored original by some crazy person
Yeah.
like you. That
Yeah, I got a guy, and I got a guy.
Yeah, I knew you did.
And a cigarette machine.
I've
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
one of those too.
Stocked with cigarettes.
I would love that. Let's see if Pat knows this. This is the challenge. And in preparation for you being here,
All right.
I'm going to play a commercial that I have fond memories of because it's so absolutely bizarre and crazy. It's a Nestle commercial from 1986.
All right.
In fact, I have the actual tape here. This was the Nestle commercial, and it was done by J. Walter Thompson. The style was based on early 20th century works of American painter Maxfield Parrish. So this is back when we actually gave a damn. So when we would do things like commercials were based on like true artistic works,
yeah.
not just AI garbage now or Little Yachty yelling mumble
Yeah,
rap,
yeah.
and then we're shooting Mellow Yellow and the Mountain Dew across the
They used to
street.
get a director.
Wait,
Yeah.
why didn't you play my intro today?
I was gonna make you a new one,
Okay.
and apologies, but we got a little.
All right,
in
that's
the-
fine,
We got
that's
a little
fine,
in the
that's
weeds.
fine. All
So here, tell me if you remember this commercial. It's one of my all-time favorites, and boy, is this dramatic.
It was a countdown.
Well,
my
this
God.
is like the actual test footage from when it
3,
would have played.
2.
Here we go.
Sweet dreams you can't resist. N-E-S-T-L-E-S. N-E-S-T-L-E-S, creamy white, dreamy white. Nestle makes the very best. N-E-S-T-L-E-S, sweet dreams you can't resist.
Yeah. Do you guys remember that?
Unless they've used that, I feel like I remember the chocolate coming out of the chocolate, but unless they used that before,
Do you remember the song?
I oddly remember the commercial.
The song, dude.
I was only 4 or 5 years
rattled me.
old.
When I heard this again, this came up on like TikTok or something. I heard the song.
Yeah.
Creamy white, dreamy white, and the lady goes. Like I love it. I love it, man.
Damn, you
like,
hit that falsetto good. That was nice.
It's way more than you needed to do. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
For
yeah.
a candy bar.
I mean,
loved
were they
it.
being ironic that it's like so over the top, like dramatic because it's candy made it good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember watching that and thinking I got to get me some of those. Like I was like, that's fancy.
Some of that white chocolate.
Yeah, that's fancy candy.
Well, speaking of white, this was during a time where they only used the whites
White
in the
people.
commercial.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, 2 white people.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
2 boring
They
ass
probably
white
felt
people.
empowered rather because of like white chocolate. They're like, finally.
Oh, look! A Tom and Dan fan came into Brass Tap where I work Wednesday through Saturday nights. You can come find me there. He brought me a whole lot of the Simpsons watches, and I want to give a shout out to him. I forgot his name, but he gave me all of them, and I got one of them working. And here, listen.
Yeah.
That's from
That's
2002. Yeah,
It's absolutely terrifying.
45-year-old man is wearing this.
Yeah,
I'm wearing it to work
Yeah,
tonight.
it's-
So,
yeah.
well, hold on. So, if you have any '90s garbage
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
want to give to
Yeah,
Pat,
you would swing by his bar, and then you give him the trash,
Yo.
and he'll take you out back and show you his treasure.
Does Tactical Hat still listen?
yeah.
He said he has a Game Boy game for me that's old and it's hard to get. It's like the first
Yeah,
Game Boy.
yeah.
He said he's got something for me.
he's
That was
got
like a year
little
ago.
Old Game Boy going. Little and hard to get. Yeah.
Give it to you in the mountains.
You got any '90s trash, especially with Michael Jordan on it? I want it.
All right. So,
All right. So if you're gay and have trash, find Pat.
yeah, he's at the Brass Tap by Waterford Lakes. He's there
Yeah.
bartending.
Yeah. Go find his treasure.
All right, Pat.
All right,
Well,
guys.
We appreciate it.
We
And
love you,
also,
buddy.
follow him on Instagram.
It's a
Instagram,
fun follow.
TikTok, at Cadillac Pat, one
Yeah.
word on both of them.
He's a fun follow, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
And we will see you tomorrow.